When you think of Antarctica, the first thing that pops into your head is probably lots of ice and penguins. Well, you're not wrong, there is a lot of ice there and penguins as well. However, there's much more. Antarctica is one of the most extreme places on Earth where temperatures can go as low as your ex girlfriend's heart. Antarctica is one hell of an interesting place, so grab a penguin, a good winter jacket, and come along. But first, just a quick reminder. I've noticed that most of you guys aren't subscribed yet. So don't be shy. If you like what I do here, hit the subscribe button. It's free and you can unsubscribe anytime you want. Now let's get back to Antarctica. As I said before, Antarctica is an insanely extreme continent. The climate is very severe. It was actually in Vostok, a Soviet station, that the lowest temperature on Earth was recorded, minus 128.6 Fahrenheit. That was on July 21st, 1983. The continent is considered the largest desert in the world. And now you're probably asking yourself, how is Antarctica considered a desert? Well, deserts are areas that receive very little precipitation, usually under 10 inches a year, and Antarctica gets roughly 2 inches a year, making living conditions hostile for most plants and animals. But then, how does a continent so dry have so much snow? All of that snow has been accumulating there for millions and millions of years, which is insane, and because of the low temperatures, that snow actually never melts. Even seawater freezes there. Besides, winds can go as fast as 300 kilometers an hour. The continent is also responsible for huge icebergs and ice shelves. The largest and most important ice shelves are Filchner Ronne and Ross. They're hundreds of kilometers long. When ice shelves fracture into smaller pieces, then we have what we all know as icebergs. Those fractures can be caused by several factors such as earthquakes, tsunamis, changes in temperature, and more. Once the icebergs are detached, they roam through the Southern Ocean. Now let's take a few seconds to admire this majestic Antarctic iceberg. The living creatures in Antarctica have developed special features to survive the hostile environment. They are tough. Take a look at this. Yeah, this pretty boy on the screen. He's the Antarctic toothfish. Say hi. This specific toothfish species has developed the ability to synthesize anti-freezing proteins, so it could adapt to the extremely cold waters of the Southern Ocean. They also have a super slow metabolism that helps them thrive in this challenging environment. Life has its ways. Antarctica is the only continent with no government or political activities. Wait, did I read that right? A country with no politicians? Oh, I'm moving to Antarctica. Let me grab my sweater. But it wasn't always like this. At the beginning of the 20th century, Antarctica had become a territory of scientific and strategic interests for several nations. Within a few decades, 7 countries declared sovereignty over different parts of the continent: New Zealand, Australia, Chile, Argentina, France, UK, and Norway. However, by the end of World War II, things changed. Countries decided to set aside their differences and make Antarctica a cooperative territory among nations. Since then, the continent has been holding countless research stations from several countries until this day. The Antarctic continent accounts for 90% of Earth's total ice volume and 70% of its freshwater. Hypothetically speaking, if all the Antarctic ice were to melt, the sea level would go up by 200 feet, which is more than enough to drown several countries on Earth. What about you? Do you know any other interesting facts about the icy continent of Antarctica? Leave a comment below. Take care.